Okay, guys, yo, what's up? So it's been a while, actually. It's been, I think, 6 months since I made a portfolio update on how I'm doing. And this one is really exciting because I'm 1 month away from turning 25. So my birthday's October 8th, that a little less than 30 days, but I thought it'd be very good to just, go over where my portfolio is since, if any of you guys are wondering. So last time I made a video was actually 6 months ago, and I look kind of different from how I looked 6 months ago. I still have earrings. They're not in right now because I kind of took them off when I was sleeping. I took a nap right now. And I think at this point, my portfolio was at 75, 80K. And my portfolio has grown by 50% since then to around 120K. And I have in my 401k about another 40K, and in my Roth I have $5. Now I don't have. I know a lot of you guys probably have a lot more in your Roth, but that's just because I don't see the value at my age, right? And having money you can't take out and use for investing, personal use, traveling, or just building, investing in yourself, right? You can't do that with a Roth. So yeah, and of course, I don't think I'm going to stay at my job forever, right? Next 30, 40 years of my career. So I think once I can actually take that money away from my 401k and actually start investing in something else, then that'll just grow exponentially, right? And of course, depending on how their year ends and everything for tax purposes, I will be putting money into my Roth and everything just for, just so I don't have to give everything back to the government. But yes, I have 120K in my brokerage. A lot of that, I'll be honest, Palantir did a lot of the heavy lifting. SoFi and Fubo, it's been doing tremendous. So that's definitely been the catalyst for an AMD. Let's not forget AMD and also ELF and Nike. Actually, all the stocks I told you guys to invest in my previous videos in Celsius, they've all done tremendously well. And that's why I've been able to grow my portfolio since 6 months ago, 50%. Now, not a lot of people can say that, and I think the S&P is probably up what, like 10%? I don't know. Let's look it up. So, the S&P, I don't want to get too sucked in. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Okay? Yeah, last 6 months, or let's go year to date. 12%. It's up 12%, and we're up 50%. Okay? And we might actually be up more in the next 30 days. So right now in this 120K, I have $10,000 in that in option calls for Fubo. Now I did buy them extremely high. Actually, I bought them half of them. I bought them at 63 cents, and the other half I bought them at 52 cents. Now, if you guys know anything about Fubo, we had their earnings. We didn't have a miss, but a lot of the news we wanted the skinny bundles and everything. That wasn't announced. So the stock went down, and the option calls actually went down to like 36 cents. So if I would have sold during the hype and everything, I could have rebought at those lows. But oh well, But still, I see an $80,000 profit in the next 30 days, which should bring my brokerage account to like 200,000, and then after tax season, hopefully I grow my account another 20%, right? So I'll probably be stuck with like 180K cash after tax season, which is not bad at all, guys. But of course, you guys are here because I saved 120K right now, today, September 7th, at 24 years old. But how did I do that? Okay, so I'll tell you guys. That's why you guys are here. And it's actually, when I started working, right, now I'm a senior software engineer, right? I make around 120K a year, right? But when I started a year ago, no, 2 years ago, let's say, okay, I had $0 in my name, and that's just because I spent everything on study abroad during my college years. I had fun, right? And also moving to a whole new state when you really didn't have much to start off with. Yeah, buy furniture, a couch, a bed frame, a desk, a chair. Okay, moving out and just starting off your life is very expensive, and that's why I had $0. I actually had $80. I have a video somewhere that said, "You are broke right now, and let's hope things don't go south." Okay? Now, a lot of my money I had until I probably reached 30,000 and just putting it away in a savings account, a high yield savings account from Capital One gaining like 3.5% interest. I had that until I reached 30K, and then that's when I was just wondering, right? And I was asking my friends how much they had saved, and they all of them actually had investments, and I never knew anything, or I actually didn't know anything about investing, and that got me into looking at just buying companies. So I opened my brokerage account. I was hearing all the buzz around Nvidia and everything, so I put $10,000 in. I made 10%, and I made $1,000 in profit in I think 2 days. But it was before the stock split and everything, and I was like, wow, this money is really easy to get and to make. And so I bought some Palantir back when it was $20, $19. Bought some Home Depot, JP Morgan, more Nvidia, I think, and just a bunch of companies, right? I didn't do any research on. What I actually did is I just looked at the chart. I just looked up random companies I knew were around me, where I lived. And I was like, or I just like went on YouTube and did like a 10-minute search, like what stocks to buy. And those are the ones I bought. But those were doing well and everything. Some of them were losing me money after like maybe 2 weeks. And that's like when something like clicked in me. Well, actually, I had a talk with one of my managers, and he said, Diego, if I could go back in time, if I could be your age again, I would actually not buy I would actually not buy a house. I would not go into real estate. I would actually just try and just grow my personal like portfolio and stocks and just live off of that. And he said he was going to send me some videos on like how people are doing it and how it's actually better than buying a house and paying the mortgage, and you can just rent a house, and then just like the gains, and just like it's just better now, right? Now we all know interest rates are high. I think it's a buyer's market right now. No one's buying houses. Everyone's trying to sell them. No one's there's no movement of houses right now in the real estate market. So I'm happy I just made that decision to go into stocks 2 years ago. Actually, I started May 14th of 2024. So a little less than 2 years I've been investing. And in that time, I've made over 200% maybe on my returns from the money I started off with. So pretty awesome returns. And now I'm almost in my second year, and I'm going to have 200K in my brokerage account. That's insane. But that's basically how I started, guys. I mean, you guys know I'm into finance. You guys know, if you looked at my past videos, that I'm super into keeping track of my budget. My budgeting hasn't changed, besides I've gotten into day trading, because looking and being in the stock market is my happy place. So I wanted to spend as much time as I could after work looking at the market, and day trading, that was the solution, because I could do passive investing passively, and then trading, I could be in the markets, I could apply all the knowledge that I knew, where I was learning in the stock market into trading, and I could, from the profits of trading, I could reinvest that into more stocks. So it's just a cycle of just wealth. It's the infinite money glitch, if you like Wall Street. Okay, now not profitable yet in day trading. I've probably spent about 1.5K right now in my whole, tuition money, buying evals and everything. But I'm only 6 months in, and I'm really close. I feel like I'm gonna reach a turning point, and we're gonna be printing money. But as you can see, my living expenses, my rent, my everything is very cheap. That's my after tax paycheck I get. So I'm living very frugal. I invest about 60% of all my income, and yeah, honestly, I'm thriving. No, I'm trying to reach retirement or like financial freedom at 35. Right now, I'll probably still be investing. I'll probably still be day trading because I just love it. Right, but that's just how much I'm investing right now. Weekly and biweekly. No, monthly and biweekly. Okay, but of course I didn't I didn't do it by myself. I think if you're gonna, you know, like try and like reach financial freedom outside of working 9 to 5, right, and just investing in index funds, you need mentors, right? So my mentors, honestly, I credit everything I've learned from these two guys. Tom Nash was actually the first guy I followed, and he just solidified like all the beliefs I had in Palantir. He also made me buy some Tesla, but I never really liked owning Tesla, to be honest. I didn't make money. I've always made money on Tesla when I did buy it in the past, because of course we had a huge bull run, right? But honestly, he's the one who told me to get back into Palantir and that it's an amazing unicorn stock after I think the yen crash about a year ago. So that's how long I've been invested in Palantir. If you know, you know, okay? But the whole Japanese currency issue and the interest rates, I think the banks made them higher, I think. But this man right here, Jeremy Lefay, okay? He, honestly, my portfolio mimics a lot of his bias and everything. Actually, I think the only stock I own that he doesn't is Robinhood, and obviously the times I've bought the stocks are different from his and everything, just because I thought I've had better opportunities, or I've seen, or I was just like I've needed time to settle and like rethink and actually do my own research on these stocks that he buys. But honestly, he's grown my wealth so much, so tremendously. So I'm completely grateful to this man, Jeremy, and Tom. Okay, both these guys are great guys. If you're just going into stocks and everything, both these men have tremendous just lessons about the stock market and just how to manage your own personal wealth. Okay. Now, this is kind of all I have to tell you guys. It's just like I just follow these guys and I've just been investing passively and I'm going into day trading. I will say though, I know day trading kind of has the limelight right now, right? It has the spotlight. And I got into day trading way before. Well, TJ, I think, was kind of booming. I did start off watching his boot camps, um, but I did start like liked his videos before like the super crazy hype cycle that's going on right now. So that's actually my future plans. Just for probably the next time I make a video, which I'm gonna try and make like 2 to 3 videos a week, and they're gonna be a lot more different, a lot better production and everything, right? But I'll just be day trading, guys. Honestly, if you guys want to catch me live streaming, I'm live every day, Monday through Friday, on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, and on TikTok when I'm not banned. So you guys, I'll link all my links below, but you guys can follow me. Also, though, I have a Discord that you guys can follow if you want. I need friends. I don't have anyone to talk to really, besides Twitter, or I mean X, I guess. But yeah, it's free. It's completely free. I won't charge you guys anything, and we can just like talk and chill and just like do our analysis. And yeah, but guys, thank you. But I'll link everything below in the description. And yeah, and welcome, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Me posting a lot more frequently now. Okay, see ya. Bye bye.